Hello, this is Mark Orton here. I'm the creator of American Delusions, and this episode is an introduction to American Delusions. What is it? What's it about? And how are the episodes structured? And finally, who am I? And finally, who am I? And why am I doing this? So, what are the questions that American Delusions focuses on? First, what is our situation now? How is America doing for the bottom 90% of the population? Second, how did we get here? What are the causes of the many serious problems we face? And third, how can we improve on this situation? So our approach to these questions is built on two distinct but intertwined concepts. The first one are culture and values. For example, our beliefs in democracy, freedoms, markets, and individualism. Number two, the structures and systems that make up the machinery of our society. These include healthcare, education, the political system, the family, and others. In looking at these two concepts, I'm always trying to be as fact-centered as possible. What does the data tell us? Where is the data coming from? How robust and reliable is the data? And a fact-centered analysis is a must. Our culture and values are a powerful lens through which we perceive the world in which we live. And they give us a sense of our place and role in society. But we need to keep in mind that much of our culture is a creature of dominant institutions and serves the needs of those institutions, the rich, corporations, and religion. Using the French historian Renan, nations are based as much on what the wealthy and rulers decide to forget as what they wish us to remember. Here is my list of topics within culture and values. Let's take a brief tour. Democracy. We elect those who govern and represent us, and they represent our interests. Everyone is an equal before the government. Exceptionalism. The U.S. is a moral beacon for good throughout the world. Everywhere, people look up to us as an exemplar of freedom, wealth, and success. Freedom. As individuals, we are guaranteed rights to free speech, religion, association, the right to move wherever we wish in this big country. Market capitalism. Markets are best at making decisions about what to produce and how much. Markets are flexible and responsive to our needs and offer opportunities for each person to grow to the best of their ability. And markets are not subject to cronyism and corruption. Meritocracy. A great education, skills, and hard work will get you to the top, not your social background. Pragmatism. We really like straightforward solutions to problems. Leave the fancy thinking and complex ideas to others. Practical, solid action is favored. Progress. The country and each of us will make progress in life. Our standard of living will rise, and our children will always be better off than us. Volunteerism. Volunteer organizations are key, especially at the local level, to our society. People readily volunteer to accomplish all sorts of activities, sports, education, helping the poor, and so on. White supremacy. Though rarely acknowledged by white people, but broadly understood by black and brown people, white supremacy has been a basic value and policy since Europeans first encountered the indigenous population of the Western Hemisphere more than 600 years ago. It's embedded in our institutions, laws, policy, think of as a system. So what will we find on the American Delusions channel on YouTube? There will be a series of recently noted videos. These will generally be 5 minutes or shorter on current topics or interesting resources. They will cover written, audio, podcast, and video resources. Then there will be an in-depth series that will feature longer explorations of topics. The first of these topics will explore the actual workings of our capitalist system. Then the U.S. empire and the political system will follow. I work very hard to bring as many facts as possible to the work. I'm always examining the validity and robustness of the facts and analysis I present. So, who am I? I'm a lifelong skeptic. Over the last decade, I've worked in a structured fashion to study first the history and contemporary workings of capitalism. This has blossomed into a more general examination of the other major systems that are the machinery of our country. I continue to be interested in understanding the many delusions embedded in our understandings of our culture and these systems. If we're going to make progress, we have to understand where we are in order to figure out what is the best path forward.